How are you? Welcome back. Saturday morning, 17th of September. Early morning. I've had to run a couple of errands, so even though I didn't think I was going to get out fishing anytime soon, it's dropped me just near Grimsby, so I thought it'd be rude not to stick the fishing gear in the back and try a couple of new spots, or a new spot. Immingham Wall is where I've come to. I've seen quite a few catch reports over the years on various social media and stuff. Never fished it myself. I've always fancied having a go. The weather forecast's not been brilliant all week. It looks like it's been blowing a gale. I seen on Within Seas RNLI page last night that seas were rough, becoming very rough overnight, so the beaches definitely wouldn't be an option. So like I say, this is an opportunity to try a new spot to give me more options. It's coming up to winter time, it's coming up to cod season, hopefully get out more. Rugby season's just restarted, so I'm going to be limited as to when I can and can't get out, so having other options like this is key, really, especially when you live in the middle of the country. Anyway, enough spiel from me. Let's see if we can figure out how to get there. Well, it ain't this one then. Right, I've had to sack the GoPro off because frankly it's been a dickhead. So, bin that. Figure that out in a minute. Let's get down this track, see if this leads us anywhere. Right, can we get on the wall? Yes, this is looking promising. Oh, we'll mark this on the map then. That's what we wanted. That is what we're after. Right, let's get out and have a quick look. So I think this is the start of the wall. I mean, it does go around there, but I don't know if you can actually get any further that way. We've got about, what time we're at now? 9 o'clock, so we've got 2 hours till high tide. Like I say, this is a scouting mission, so no idea. This is all obviously shingly. I don't know if that's going to be rough ground out there or not, or what sort of water we're fishing into. But let's have a ride along the wall and see if there's see what else we can find. I've had a bit of a drive along and notice now started to get breakers quite a way out, so I'm going to take an educated guess at this point. Now it starts to get a bit shallow in this bay here, so I'm not going to bother driving any further on. But yeah, I'm going to get turned around and go find somewhere to park up. Right, let me just show you this real quick. So back on the old dingo dangles. So just got made up a little trace there, swivel at each end. Hopefully you can see that with the sun behind me. And I've got half a crab on there. I've just picked the shell off. I've left the crawls on, and what I'll do is clip that up, and I'll show you that clipped up on the rig. So I have it elasticated up. There's a bit of stretch in that. I clip that up to the weight. Should sit nicely like that, cast nicely. We'll get that out. The other thing worth mentioning is busting my ribs last week at rugby, so yeah, this first cast might be the last cast. Let's see how it goes. Not the best chuck in the world, pretty tentative to be honest. A little bit painful, but feel like we can give the next one a bit more. Now this other rod, just got your standard 2-hook flapper, size 2.0s I think these are, just with half a worm on each. That's it then, both rods in the water. I'm going to get myself tucked up in the van, out of this wind. Here's a question for you, is there a better pie than a Morrison's chunky steak pie? Fishing for about half an hour now and so far nothing. We're at that weird time of year as well where you've got to pack for all eventualities. I've got waders, survival suit, thermal boots, the lot, everything. And the only thing that I've bloody put on the side and left at home is my sunglasses. Now that looks like a mean piece of kit. Well, I'll keep it in the van because the wind's picked up again. Yeah, tide's just turned. It's just gone 11 o'clock. Weed is becoming a pain in the back end. Crabs are unstoppable and my ribs are killing me, so yeah, I have to keep baiting up. Hooks get stripped. Funnily enough, the panel rig with the dongle on doesn't seem to be getting touched, but yeah, the 2-hook flapper, it's getting stripped all the time. So yeah, ribs are really quite tender at the minute, to be honest. So I'm probably only going to have another half hour. I've heard that the tide does rip out when it starts to turn, so that's the other thing that I want to check out as well and figure out just how, at what point in the tide you need to be fishing these sort of marks. So yeah, I'm going to give it half an hour, see how the tide goes, and just persevere, and hopefully we'll snag something before the end of this session. So I come out and show you. There's great big lumps of weed floating past. Because frankly, it's making it quite hard to tell whether you've got a bite or if it's just one of them that's just floating past and twanging on your line. Last baits are in the water now. It's about an hour after high tide. Still getting little nibbles on the scratching rig, on the worm. But yeah, so far nothing, no big takers. It's the middle of September. I wouldn't expect the cod to show up in any sort of serious numbers. The little rattling bites, potentially whiting, but more likely little flatties. So I've had to put you on my head now, just because big rod keeps getting rattled. That's the one that I've got that the pulley rig with the little dangle loop on it. But down there is quite a nasty little shelf, rock shelf. So from up here, there's no way, if I do end up hooking a fish, I'm going to land it. It's just going to sit straight into that rock ledge, so I'm going to have to climb over and go down. Alright, shut the van up. So I've left the key in it. I hope I've left the key in it. If not, I ain't got it. Lock that. I'm not saying I don't trust folk around here, but I don't trust folk. So let's see if this is all for nothing or yeah, I think that's all for nothing. Time well, 1:30. Yeah, let's go and bring it in. It's well after high, about 2 hours now after high, so not quite sure how we're going to do this. Which is another part of figuring out this mark. Probably wouldn't risk fishing it on my own. Oh, my ribs. Oh. Right, let's go down, see if there is anything, or if I'm just getting excited for nothing. Yeah, so the water has come all the way up to here earlier, so you're into some decent water and you can oik stuff straight over this little ledge. But without there being any water, I struggle to get it up and over. Right, let's see. Nah, that's come away. Oh, there we go. Straight to that big clump of weed. I'm gonna have to yeet. There we go. Another couple of pound of weed to add to the collection for the day. And there's me getting all excited. Three bloody GoPros deep, and nothing to show for it. In fact, to tell you what, one down here. Let's sit right down there into that channel and see if we can't. Oh, my ribs. Might as well. So there you have it then, the end of a rather unproductive but successful session, let's call it, because like I say, too early really for the cod, but the idea was to come up and check the area out, find out what the score is, and certainly managed to do that. So spoke to a couple of good guys up here as well, so they've given me some tips and stuff for next time. But so yeah, definitely be back up here again. It's just a handy mark, especially with my dad. My dad's had his knee replaced, so he's recovering from that. So hopefully he'll be able to get back out soon. And this is the kind of mark I'm after for when he's back up and about, so we can get out. Is not got to worry about, you know, a mile yomp across beaches and stuff. So anyway, until next time. Right there, hold on a minute. Don't forget, you want to leave your tackle, so don't leave your trash. So one thing I will say is it's relatively clean up here, clean and tidy, and we need to keep it that way. There have been security vans up and down the prom, whether they're employed by the owners or the council, or whether they're just fishermen coming up to check it out. but it's not worth risking, lads. Don't leave tackle. There's no need to leave tackle and shit everywhere. Let's keep the place tidy, clean, and we'll have access to places like these hopefully for a lot longer. Anyway, until next time. God, look at the state of that. Yeah, until next time, tight lines, take care of yourselves. See you again.